saying, "Now let's see this kite fly." Ha! Nice. Okay, so they skip the parts where Frog says, "Toad, I will hold the ball of string. You hold the kite and run." Okay, Frog is holding the ball of string here, and Toad doesn't run though. Instead, he just grabs the kite and tosses it into the air, and then it comes back down. And Toad says, "Frog, what just happened? Not enough confidence?" Frog says, "Not enough wind." Right. "We need confidence and wind to fly a kite," Frog says. And Toad's looking around, trying to see if he can find any wind, but he doesn't see any. Well, I guess he could be searching for leaves blowing around or something. Or, like, just branches waving in trees. And then Frog says, "Try this." He licks his finger a little bit and sticks it up in the air. Frog says, "Try this." Toad says, "Why that?" And Frog says, "This is the way to find the wind. I see other folks do it sometimes." And then Toad does the same. How does that actually work? I actually have seen Owl do that on Little Bear in the episode Captain Little Bear where they were pretending to be pirates. And Toad did this thing with his wing. He made it a little bit wet and held it up, and he alerted everybody that there was a storm coming. So, how does that work? Do you make your finger wet and stick it up in the air and see if the wind tries it? I don't think I've ever seen people do this in real life before. Let me look this up. Google says people lick their finger to check the wind because it uses evaporative cooling to reveal wind direction. As the moving air blows across the wet finger, it speeds up the evaporation of saliva, drawing heat away from the skin and making that side feel colder. Okay. I've never actually tried that before, but it might work. But even Frog's not sure if it's working. He says maybe we should try something else. Oh, now the two of them are calling to the wind. "Wind, hello, wind, are you there? Wind, come this way, we need you." I wonder if this is a reference to another book by R.L. Lobel, Mouse Tales. There's a story in there called The Mouse and the Winds. It's a really funny story. The little mouse is sailing along in his boat, and he keeps calling to the wind to blow his boat across the lake, and these big clouds that look like old people faces blow this mouse and his boat up onto the roof of a house and onto the top of a tree and then to the top of a mountain. So are Frog and Toad thinking that they could call out those wind people and it would help them with their kites? I don't know. Oh, there's leaves blowing around. The wind must have hurt them. Yeah, and Toad says, "Frog, see that? The wind hurt us." Then Frog does the finger thing again and says, "Yes, it feels very windy. This must be good for flying our kite." He says, "Let's try again." "Okay, here we go." He says, "I will hold the string while you run with the kite." Now we're back in the book. So Toad's gonna run this time. Just had to add a bunch of stuff to stretch out the story for television. Alright, there goes Toad. And he tosses the kite into the air and whoa, there it goes! For a few seconds and then it comes down. Yep, that's pretty much what the next page says. Toad ran across the meadow. He ran as fast as his short legs could carry him. The kite went up in the air and it fell to the ground with a bump. And then the book says, Toad heard laughter. 3 robins were sitting in a bush. "That kite will not fly," said the robins. "You may as well give up." So, are the robins gonna laugh now? No, we don't hear laughter. Instead, the Miss Robin goes, and she looks kind of sad. So she probably feels bad for Toad that he wasn't able to make his kite fly. Wow, at least they're not laughing at him. This is definitely better so far. And Toad asks the robins, "Why are you making that sound?" It's even funnier when Toad does it. And it looks like the robins are sitting in a raspberry bush.